They were socially active and politically active. My mother volunteered with Planned Parenthood in Oak Ridge back when we had an office in Oak Ridge, and Judy Roitman was executive director. I spent a lot of time with her passing out literature and going up into the mountains, Big Elk Valley and Little Elk Valley, to bring women back to Oak Ridge for help with their reproductive issues. I grew up singing John J. Hooker. And he, of course, lost to Winfield Dunn, and that ended our 18-year streak of having Democratic governors. As you might remember, those of you who are as old as me or older, Andrew Young came to Oak Ridge and spoke at Chapel on the Hill. And of course, I was a little girl, and some political people wanted to take him around after his talk at the church, and he had brought his wife and children. So my mom said, "Come on over." So they came over to our house, and we entertained Andrew Young's wife and children, and I think we got tuna fish salad, sandwiches, and purple Kool-Aid. Today I'm an RN diabetes educator at the Free Medical Clinic. For my career, I worked in one-day surgery, and but now I volunteer as a provider for our patients at the clinic. If you're not familiar with the Free Medical Clinic, it is a clinic for people that don't have insurance. It's a place where people that are up to 2 times the poverty level can come and get excellent care. As you may have heard, the city of Oak Ridge has given us the armory, and we're getting ready to put the roof on
good.
it. It's going to be 10,000 square feet. We're going to have medical, dental, and vision under one roof.
Fantastic.
Besides my duties as an RN diabetes educator, I am a lifetime swimmer and a former triathlete. Right now, I teach 5 water aerobic classes at National Fitness, and swimming. So that's something I do. I alternate my Wednesday afternoons at the Free Medical Clinic or at Girls Inc., where I tutor girls in reading and math. For the past 10 years, I've been part of a medical team that goes down to Central America, and we provide dental, vision, and medical. Last year, we treated over 600 patients. I serve on the Lunch for Literacy Committee, and we jointly are made up of members of Rotary and Altrusa, and we provided last year over $50,000 for literacy grants in Anderson County. If you're not familiar with some of the things we've done, one of the things we've provided in Willowbrook School is a book vending machine. And the students receive a token for good work. They put that token in the machine, and then they can pick a book. And that's their book, and they get to take it home and keep it. I'm also on the board of directors and a member of United Church Chapel on the Hill. If you don't know, that's the historic church that the Army built in 1943. It served Jewish, Protestant, and Catholic people.
And you don't share it. Yeah, they did.
Right. During World War II. If you want to be entertained as part of my membership in the church, I am also a member of the Handbell Choir, and I'm going to perform April 5th on Easter. So I have no shame. I just recently finished a term on Traffic Safety Advisory Board, which I was happy to be a part of it with Ashley. And that was a very interesting experience. My husband and I also volunteered the 6 a.m. to noon shift at the warming center. And that is something that we need to think about, that maybe we need more than one, perhaps, out in the county. So why am I running? I'm running because I can. I'm running because it's part of my engagement in the community. Since I've decided to run, I've talked to a few incumbents and asked them, like, hold my hand. Tell me, what is Anderson County Commission good for? And they said to me, it's an administrative position. We're in charge of allocating our tax dollars. So if I want to be part of a group that's allocating our tax dollars in Anderson County, I want to be part of a group that has Democrats on it. I want to be part of a group that has women on it. My question to you is this. If you agree with that, I hope you will vote for me and vote for Ashley so that we can have a fair representation in Anderson County. There are so many issues that are not only Oak Ridge issues, but county issues that we can be a part of and make a difference. Like all of you here, I share horror at the present administration. My husband and I call the PBS News the watch and weep hour. But local elections shape our daily lives. They impact our schools, our libraries, housing, and our green spaces. But probably the worst thing about being on the Anderson County Commission is there's little public oversight. There's hardly any news about it. And with low voter turnout and no media coverage.
Well, the Courier does that. Well, Clinton Courier did at least.
Yeah, right. We do have the Courier. That's true. That's true. And it comes out once a week. And I take the Courier. I take 3 papers. I take the Knoxville News Sentinel, the Oak Ridger, and the Courier. But we need to shift the balance of power. We need to make decisions that reflect our needs and our interests. So I hope you will vote in this local election as a direct way to put power in the hands of those who live here. When you think about what you tell people about Anderson County and why you love it, I hope you will think about our libraries that need to exist without censorship and political influence. Think about our greenways and how we need to maintain them. Think about housing. One of the greatest things about being in the medical profession and being at the free medical clinic is I get to meet people that are not as entitled as I am. I was born on third base, and I think we all were. We never were insecure in our housing. But so many people I meet in my work need housing they can afford, and they need a job. So that's something that we can do as administrators of Anderson County tax dollars. I hope you will think about that in the polling booth. I watched Jesse Jackson's funeral, and I watched Obama's eulogy, and I remembered something that really made me think, and it's been said before, but if not me, who? So I hope you'll think about me when the time comes. That's all for now. I'll be glad to take questions. Thank you.